Hello everybody, we are watching the match between Chaos Dwarf and the High Elves. Albicon versus Dreamland Gaming. High Elves are on the top side of the table, so they want to keep their position and making it better. Obviously, they will want to get a win. Chaos Dwarfs, it's not impossible, I guess, but in a difficult spot to have a good result and at the end of the season. But obviously they will also try to do their best. When we check the teams, Chaos Dwarfs, first of all, High Road choose the kick, High Elves choose the kick. Chaos Dwarfs has a Wizard and one Babe. High Elves have one extra player, but that extra player is gone with the first hit. First Mighty Blow hit. Let's open the... Why would you hit with a wrestle? I think that's not a good choice there. And it is a no block player anyway. So it is always better to have maximize your removal and hitting potential. Every hit is a potential removal for the game. Sometimes one wrestle or block choice can affect that. Blood Bowl is this kind of game. Sometimes you can get the removal with one dice on a blotch player or with a red dice on a blotch player. This is the fun part of the Blood Bowl. It's not like chess. It's not predictable. Sometimes it is fun, sometimes it is more annoying. So when it happens to you, you may feel very annoyed. But yeah, this is how it works. So Chaos Dwarves have the ball on the bull, so and the ball is protected nicely. So they already have finished a big portion of the first half, I think. They already did a great job. Didn't use a reroll on this failed dodge. It's a nice idea. By the way, because of the fame, High Road got an extra reroll, I guess. So they have 4 rerolls and they have the fame. They both rolled 1 on the cheering fans kickoff event. Let's open the extra skills also. So guards are located very nicely here. It's hard to hit back for the High Elves, and getting a nice 2 assisted foul. They have 1 extra player. A blocker is waiting outside instead of staying here. I didn't like that for the Chaos Dwarfs. The blockers should be on the field always, especially in this matchup. That may be a case that you will highly under strength, and if your opponent have too many claws, maybe you can keep some of your blockers out if you already accept you will not fight. But in this case, maybe he forgot to change it. And you know, hobgoblins are a nice target for the mighty blow blitzer always. He's going aggressive with the hits. Will we see a hit on the blitzer here? Yeah, looks like mighty blow is coming. But can he protect the ball safely? That looks nice. That looks nice. Getting the hit here with claw. Armor broken with a double 8. It didn't matter. And a pow on the mighty blow blitzer. That's gonna be critical. No. And he comes back. A nice line of guards from Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves are going fine. Files are going fine so far. I cannot say, I think, anything special. The only choice from the Chaos Dwarves is questionable, is keeping the blocker out. Getting the pushes and using the reroll, aggressive reroll on a dirty player hobgoblin, which is fair. And getting a 2 dice hit with wrestle. No stun firm, so it is nice to hit with a wrestle. That's fair enough. Keeping the catcher in kind of safe position. Yes, it is okay. It is okay. Now we can see a hit on this blitzer, I guess. Putting the guard. Putting the guard here, is it really necessary? Can you really protect him? And if you invest more players here in contact, maybe you can protect him. We will see a hit with mighty blow. More engaging here. More contact. Once you start to make contact, that's a good idea to make it very, very aggressive. I mean, if you leave very light, they will take their hits back on you. Using a reroll for this hit on an agility 5 player. Fair enough. No armor break though. It is hard to get a 2 dice on the bull. Even he can reach here with a catcher. These players are fast, but not that fast. And there is a guard on this side, so this cannot, if you hit from here, you suffer from this guard. So it is okay. It's okay. But it is better to not give any hit if you have a chance. Sometimes this wrestle catcher maybe can try a red dice if he was in the range. If there is a possibility, just don't give any hit. Don't give any opening like this. In this special condition, it looks like fine. Who is the next target? Again, agility 5. This time directly going for it, and it is too early in the drive. It is turn 5. Chaos Dwarves already get a nice positioning. They got very close to the touchdown zone. Guard, and I think other guard will come here, but there's also a guard player there. And leaving a marked cage, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? I don't know. Making the GFIs to keep this line. Okay, fair enough. You will see a 1 dice on this. A 2 dice, sorry. Yeah, 2 dice, because here is a guard also. This card makes it 1 dice. Even he blocks this place. And Elves are keeping the screen. But how long they can keep the screen? That's a big question. And he's taking a dodge out. Okay. Let's see what is the target here. Taking a hit. Why not a mighty blow hit? I don't know. But didn't matter. And ball is pretty safe. I like that. I like that. That's a very nice situation for the Chaos Dwarves. Next turn, they will need to be in the scoring range. Do they have enough distance to keep the screening? Probably not. But they need to come back to here. 2 turns in a row if they can keep the screen. The screen should start from here. Have to GFI that. Oh, it's a 1/39. So we will see some serves here. Oh, it is a side step, sorry. Fair enough. Hitting. I think could organize a tackle hit there. By taking this hit first, could open a path here and put somebody and get the hit with the tackle. Rolling not good. Push and skulls. 3 hits in a row from the Chaos Dwarves. Now we see a 1 dice with tackle on a blow side step. It is successful and it is a removal. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Blood Bowl. You take many 2 dice hits with block tackle, cannot get the hit, nothing happens. Then you take a 1 dice hit and it gives you a it gives you a KO on a good player. Chaos can be annoying here for the Chaos Dwarves. Oh, it's an injury on a guard block. It's MNG, but it is sent off. So this turn is a critical turn for the High Elves. They may have a chance to stop or cause a big trouble, at least for the Chaos Dwarves. They need to put somebody here. It can be this catcher. Then take a hit. Let's push him out. Then make another line here. And this dodges back to here for the second line. And here he needs to make a second line. Then here another catcher. And then make a side screen on the side. Then it will be a hit. Then dodge in to a tackle zone, which is normally they can dodge with break tackle 2+, but it will be a 3+ touchdown if they can do that. And if they can put more players back, they can make that dodge in more difficult. Let's see what is the plan. Or can they reach from here? Guard is out, so it is not very likely. Yeah, they can take these hits. It's okay. It's okay. That's a bad start. Now they lost 1 player. It could be used for the screen. And taking a 1 dice. Push is enough. Push is okay. But need 1 more player to properly make a screen, if I'm not wrong. So is it okay? It is fine. Yeah, these 2 elves make the screen. And now similarly, the ball carrier needs to dodge into here with a blitz on this catcher. Or hit later dodging. That's also okay. Any other better play? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And making it more difficult. So hitting this catcher and dodging in to this spot with a 3+ on a break tackle. I think that should be the play. Yeah, he can dodge in from this path now, which is not very difficult. It will be a 1/9. 1/9 touchdown for the Chaos Dwarves. It's very likely to see a touchdown here for the bad guys. Yeah, and failed the first dodge and succeeded the second dodge. High Elves also did nice. I cannot say they did something wrong here. Maybe trying to block the running angles of the Chaos Dwarfs could be done better, so they couldn't progress very fast on the right side of the field last drive. And the Chaos Dwarfs were very successful in the first half. I really liked their play. Congratulations. By the way, Mighty Blow Blitzer came back, but they lost 2 players, so they are down 1 player. Let's switch the view. And Chaos Dwarfs lost 1 of their sub only for the foul. The DP Hobo. But they keep the Wizard. We will see a 1-turn touchdown attempt from the High Elves. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, perfect defense. That's an unlucky situation for the High Elves, because this guy needs just 1 push, and he will need to. But also need to mention Chaos Dwarfs position the tackle zones tackles pretty nicely. Every passage there is a tackle. Very well organized. And they still get, yes, they can still get push. They got the push. Used the dodge skill already, but it doesn't matter actually. Can he make the difficult dodge? But he couldn't though. He rolled 1 and 3. At least he's back. Apple is gone. Okay. That was, you know, that's what you should try with the High Elves in this situation. If they could do that, if they could do that touchdown, they could have a nice shot on the win. Playing against Wizards makes it more tricky, but High Elves can keep the ball away always. They have fast players, so Wizard is not very effective to them generally. But if they cannot protect the ball, keep the distance good enough, then the Wizard can be effective. We will see. Maybe we will see a fast touchdown because there is a Wizard on the Chaos Dwarfs. I wouldn't hate that, but it will give a nice shot for the Chaos Dwarfs for a 2-1 grind. You already lost 1 player. And it's a deep kick. 5, 6, his movement 6. Going back, first of all, maybe it was a short kick. We could see an early touchdown positioning from the High Elves. They could screen pretty well, even from the Bulls. Instead, we see a so-called Dakka technique, which is very popular recently in Blood Bowl community, trying to decrease the engagement minimum possible level, so trying to decrease the losses, removals you give. Against wizard it can be more tricky, but elves are fast enough, and especially these elves have bee catchers, blitzers, so it is not very bad idea. But Dakka technique is also very tricky sometimes. If the defense side makes a good line, not go very aggressive, be patient, they can have a good chance on the ball, especially with the wizard. And now they have also bribe. Elves also have bribe, but it doesn't really matter too much. Staying central is a good idea against Dakka, I think. You don't need to get too close. You are already 1-0 ahead against Elves. Because in Dakka technique, generally the attacking side also tries to be central as much as possible while protecting the ball, while decreasing the contact, so they can pressure one side with as much as players possible. So let's see, Chaos Dwarves continue to be central and they don't hurry up. They don't need to hurry up. Pools are getting closer. And making the GFIs, going for a hit. Will you invest a reroll for that? Probably not. So that's why I wouldn't take these GFI hits. But with a removal, he can be rewarded for this. Oh, nothing happened. So it didn't really matter using that rerolls and using the making those GFIs using that reroll. It didn't really matter. Now they are more invested here, so probably we will see measuring one side, sending some guys from the left also, trying to make the screen as much as possible. So even with a firebolt or wizard bolt, they should not be able to get in. Getting yellows nicely. Follow, and yeah, not here because that will be a nice fireball opportunity. No, it's not. No, it's obviously it should hit this catcher and block this line with double line and mark these Elves, make pressure on them. They have enough players for that. It is not very difficult. It could be better to take that hit with a tackle. Yes, nicely marked. Can they have enough players to... Oh, he's going for a 3 dice instead. No? Okay, didn't go. Taking a hit on the mighty blow. And using the second reroll, so only one reroll remaining. And gets the removal. What is the case? It's a minus agility. It's horrible. It is horrible for a project player like this. Mighty blow, blodge, tackle, sidestep, getting a minus agility. That's very annoying. The high house, the agility 5 blitzer is also crippled, so that's a nice running away tactic from the elves, leaving one dice hit, wrestle against wrestle. So, but the wizard is still in use. Let's see the position of the ball, how far they can go. This movement plus sprint. Sure feet is obviously helpful. They can also bring some elf with 2+ with reroll. This angle, fair enough. And putting one more player. Alright, alright. What's the plan here for the Chaos Dwarves? I think Elves didn't fail anything in this last turn. They failed something here. A failed 3+ dodge and just a badly hurt. So Elves now lost 4 players, 3 players down in the match. Chaos Dwarves didn't use the wizard. I worry it will be too late. You don't use the wizard here. How can they pressure the ball anymore? Maybe they can pressure to score not next turn, but maybe turn 14, because they will, as a group of players, they will run away. If this is not a removal, especially, yeah, you cannot use a reroll here. So no tackle at this moment. These are easy dodges. He can dodge out and hit this hobo and free another line elf. Going very far, so making the wizard less useful for the next turn, which is a pretty nice, and freeing the elf with this blitz also a nice idea. A nice idea. They will make the screen more. I think the last turn Chaos Dwarves had to, it wasn't a very great situation, I have to say that, but if the ball was down and more pressure around the ball, maybe he could somehow bring some players next to the ball. They could try their best to pressure the Elves. Now they are going for the draw. It's very hard to stop it. And they are not failing dodges. Decided to use a reroll for the failed G5, but unfortunately rolled a double skull. Dirty Elves. Deserves the best. Need to bring your player's central position as much as possible for the next turn for the Chaos Dwarves. If they can have 3 very difficult. I think Elves will stall one more turn, it looks like. So currently Chaos Dwarves will target to have 2 turns. If I think they have, in 2 turns, yeah, they can score, but that's not very likely. Elves are missing 3 players already, so they will have difficulty to keep the line. So it is not impossible, and looks like that's best you can do. And maybe now this is also a good enough pressure to force the touchdown. Yeah, they're going for it. Fair enough. I agree with it. That was a sufficient pressure, I think. That would be too aggressive to try to stall again. And 12 minus 4. 8 players on the field for the High Elves. defending with elves 3 turns against plus wizards, so it's gonna be tricky. Chaos Dwarves has the advantage here. They have full team. The kick position will be also pretty critical. If it's a deep kick, Bull sure hands may not have the distance to cover without a handoff. So, and High House gets an unnecessary extra reroll. By the way, both sides has bribe. I think it is fair to expect a foul this turn, especially maybe on this catcher, if he can pressure this side. I think keeping this wrestle hobo for the fouling action, from fouling from here maybe, or from inside, that's also nice. I think with bribe you need to foul that, at least at some point. And a failed pickup, failed with a 3, 1 and 3. Let's see what's gonna happen. Your first priority should be to make the dodge outs and try to stay in front of the Chaos Dwarves. It's not easy. It's not gonna be easy, I have to say. Especially this catcher is too fast. I thought about this hobo can run this direction, but this catcher can catch him. Maybe he can make this clean. And a failed dodge. If he can hit this catcher with guard, the play for the Chaos Dwarves here, one option is trying to pressurize, make more pressure and bringing one scoring player option here on this side of the field for the Chaos Dwarves. Let's switch the side. And another option is putting the guard and taking a hit on this catcher. If you can bring him down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this elf can only mark this hobgoblin. If you can make the handoff, it is tricky, I have to say. Probably you need to run this hobo first. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs a GFI. It's gonna be tricky. If you can get this hit, maybe you don't need to make the GFI also. I think the play is running away to this side, screening here, keeping another scoring option, making some marking engagement. Let's see what's the play for the Chaos Dwarves here. And looks like we see a wrestle tackle hit maybe. That would be nice. Nice play. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Albicon. Nice to see. Tackle hit, fair enough. Or a wrestle tackle hit would be also okay. And putting more markings as much as possible. Very nice. Very nice. Nicely played. Pickup is successful. That's nice. Making a handoff now? You don't need to make the handoff now. Running away with him? Is he out of range? He can be out of range, so Yeah, his movement 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he can only mark. Yeah, that's a very nice play. He tried. First of all, he put a scoring threat. Then he made the markings, blockings. Then he made the pickup with the sure hands. It worked, so he continued with the handoff. After the handoff, reroll is still in use. Then he went for the safe spot for the touchdown. Very well played. That's a very nice play for Abicon. Congratulations. Congratulations for the win. This marking shouldn't matter too much. Sorry. That catcher can still reach. That catcher can still reach him. No jump up. 1, 2. It is 6 plus 2. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's sprint also. 3 GFIs. 3 GFIs. This difficult dodge outs. Yeah. That was the annoying part in the play. The Chaos Dwarves, I couldn't see this play. I couldn't see this. There is an option. It is very difficult, but it's a possibility. Marking with the sketches, 2 GFIs, right? Then making 3 plus 2 plus, making 3 GFIs again, and getting a 2 dice on the ball. Chaos Dwarves they still have a shot on the touchdown. A failed dodge. This bull is in the range. So my option maybe was better for the Chaos Dwarves. Just hold the ball with the bull and stay in the handoff distance. This hobo. Bring another hobo, that's okay. So you could have 2 scoring options and keep the ball safely with your bull. At first I couldn't notice there is a possibility, very difficult possibility. 5 GFIs used, 3 plus 2 plus dodges from tackle, then getting the 2 dice. Pickup successful. He needs a pass. Pass failed. Yeah. So I didn't really hate that play, and I don't have internet. So anyway, the match is also over. Unfortunately, cannot check the end of game. Oh, I can open the Firefox page. Maybe we can check from there. Oh no, that's not also open. So that's over for the replay. It's a nice draw for the Hayas, but Hayas lost a very important player, I think, so it is not a very nice draw. They could prefer to lose this one and keep no agility perm on the Mighty Blow Blitzer, probably. Chaos Dwarves also not very happy with the draw, obviously, and both sides played well. It was a nice effort from both sides. Congratulations. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.